Welcome back, my friends, to the Motor Gutsy show that never ends. It's hello from him, and it's hello from Sasha the Guzzy dog. Sasha, what are we going to talk about today? Soft luggage. You're right, let's talk about soft luggage. Okay, so here is Dung Spreader's wisdom as regards soft luggage. Okay, so for various reasons I prefer soft luggage on my bike, and to be any good on a long distance trip it's got to be both waterproof and dustproof. Canvas or waxed canvas bags look pretty, leather bags look pretty, but they're not as waterproof as these. So that's why I go for this stuff. Okay, so I've got the Guzzy set up with two kinds of soft bags. On the left we've got some Rocky Mountain ATV Tusk bags, 35 litres. And on this side we've got some Kriega OS 32s, 32 litres. Premium bags, slightly less premium as regards price. And we've also got some others to look at too, which I want to tell you about. Now then, if we look at what's on the bike first, I've been running these on the Guzzy lately, just to see how they go. They fit absolutely fine. I made up a rack. I made my own rack for them, tailor-made. Ordinarily they come with their own mounting plates, which you can buy. I did do a video on that, which you get the plates from Kriega. The reason I went for these two instead of something like a Moscow Moto or the Lone Rider was that I can buy these in Canada. I don't have to import them. And also, at least as far as the Kriegas were concerned, I was able to see them in the store first. Now, I bought these originally to set up on the Tiger, and the reason I went for this brand was A, because I could see it, and B, because it doesn't involve any additional mounting brackets, no steel, no big chunky plastic mounting brackets like the Moscow has. Now, for my purposes that is better. I'm not saying anybody should disregard the Moto or the Lone Rider. I have no reason to believe that anything but excellent, but for my purposes I went with these because they're so simple and I don't require anything other once they're fitted on the bike. Now, if you go to the website for Kriega, it shows you how to work their system. But basically, there's this strap which you loop through this hoop here, and then the buckle stops the bag from falling down. And then you get a wrap around the bottom of the bag here, which comes through the frame there, comes back up and joins up here on this hoop. You can go to the website and see how this fits. They tuck it down in there. They took the loose end down in there. I don't. I leave it like that, and then I'm ready to undo the bag. Job's a good one. Very simple. Once you're used to it, it takes just a matter of seconds to get the bags off. Now, the Tusk is a little different. The Tusk ordinarily would fit with these two straps going over the bike to meet the straps from the other bag, and then that would sit on your dual seat, or in my case on your rack, and then you are supposed to use little straps to hook it to your frame. Well, that's rather fiddly, too fiddly for me, and it doesn't stop the bag from sagging. The only thing that's holding the bag up in that case is the strap from the top, so I know exactly what's going to happen. That bag is going to go down. So I converted it to the Kriega style. And what I did was I got some of these plastic quick connectors and some webbing strap off the internet, and I made my own double wrap system virtually identical to the Kriega. Didn't take me long once I'd worked out how to do it. So what you need is 2 males at this end and a female, which gets wrapped around in there, down under the bag, back up. That hooks into that male there, and this male hooks into the female that's already come through your top of your hoop. And you've also got buckles here which stop the thing falling through while you're strapping it up. And that works a treat. I've done quite a few miles with these Tusk bags, not on this bike but on another one, and they worked absolutely fine. No complaints whatsoever. They did their job. Just the 2 straps held it on. Didn't need the side straps. Side straps are still there, so if you want to hook another bag on using the side straps, you can. You've also got these additional top straps, which I don't use. I just tuck them in here out the way, but I could use these for a bag which fits on top if I wanted to. The Tusk panniers have molly connectors here, which are very handy, but then you can connect a bottle carrier, so you can put your water bottle in there or you can put fuel in. Usually I have water in this one. These are connected to the frame, but I have fuel in those two, 1.5 litres of fuel each side, and then on the other side I will have some bug spray or bear spray. Right, so those are the 2 kinds of bags. This is what they look like when they're not mounted on the bike. The 32 litre Kriega has a white internal dry bag, which is velcroed at the top here, so you can take it out if you want to. And it has these loops here, which you can attach another bag to. Now, this is a 12 litre bag, and that attaches with these straps that can go through there. There's also a bigger and a smaller bag. I can't quite remember the sizes, but I'm thinking 5, 10 and 18, and they can also fit on the bike in other places, but I generally have them hooked onto there, depending which bike I've got the bags on. Okay, so that's the Kriega. Now the Rocky Mountain ATV, this is what it looks like. It comes with a separate 35 litre inner dry bag, which works very well. It's not fastened in, it just goes inside there, so we can have things in there that we don't want to take out, like clutch cable, things like that. That bag goes in there. Okay, you can see the additional straps which it would have originally used, and you can also see the molly where I've attached the bottle holder to it. Now then, another kind of bag which I've used a few times is these Rigg gear bags by Nelson Rigg. They are plastic PVC tarpaulin, whatever it is, 100% waterproof. They work fine. Their strapping system is different. They have these big velcros that go over the seat, in addition to some other straps from the top, and then they have 2 side straps, these 2 which would go back to the rack. You've got lots of options to be able to put these on the bike, whether your bike has a rack, pannier racks or not. There's this pad which would give your bike some protection, although I imagine it would rub the paint, and it also gives the bag some protection from a pannier rack if you've got it. So yeah, I've used those, they work fine. They do tend to sag. They do tend to sag because they don't have a strap underneath, but I got around that by putting some rock straps under and over to stop them from sagging, because they do sag quite badly. Now inside that you will get another bag, a little zipper bag made out of some sort of recycled material, which is quite handy. And then you get this stiffener which goes in a U shape sort of around there, like that, because without it the bag has no rigidity. Okay, so the fourth one is this Moose Racing saddlebag, which is 30 litres, and by the way those are 27 supposedly. So the Moose Racing one is just a soft bag, there's no liner or anything with it. The method of attachment is these velcros which go over the seat. That is the way they're fastened to the bag. Now there's a stiffener inside on the back side here, but it doesn't go through to the rivets. So it's purely a stiffener for the bag itself, not for any means of attachment. So you've got that to attach it, and then you have this arrangement here. This arrangement which get it round the side. I just tied it there to get it up the way, and we've got this too, which is where you fasten the top to. You can see it there. So with no liner at all in those, and when I received them one of the stiffeners was missing, so I had to use a piece of plastic to take the place. Okay, so I've shown you the bags. Now in terms of price, they are arranged in order of magnitude. The most expensive, as you can imagine, is the Kriega. Now these are the 32 litre bags, and they are just under $500. Let's say $490, somewhere there each. There's a smaller bag, I believe it's a 22, which is just over 400, and then there's a bigger one available now, wasn't available at the time, a 38, which is just over $500. These are Canadian prices. For those of you with a bike with an exhaust on this side, like the Triumph Tiger or the GS's and various other bikes, you can have a narrow bag here and a wide bag there. If looks are important to you, I didn't bother. I figured it doesn't make much difference anyway. If I was doing it again, I'd probably have a 38 on this side and a 32 on that side, or just two 38s. So that's those. The next one down in terms of price is the Tusk. Now these are the Tusk Pilots. They do make a more expensive one. I can't remember what that's called. Is it Olympic or Olympus or something like that? Anyway, I'm not sure. Now these are just over $400 for two. When I bought them, they were 438 or something like that. That was 18 months ago. They've come down in price since then. So let's say just over 400, which I think is a hell of a price considering what they are. Now these two bags are double skinned. There is nylon cordura on both of them, as well as the inner bag. so they're pretty tough. Your bike can go down and you could rub it on the gravel a fair bit, and you'd have to go a long way to damage these two. And if you do, it's no great shakes. You just stick some duct tape on them, some gaffer tape on them, and if you've got a spare inner bag, you can buy these for both of them fairly cheaply, or you can buy a generic one from a camping store. There's, you know, they're $20, something like that. No big deal. You can carry on with your trip and keep your stuff dry and dust free. So that's a good point about them. Now these two are not double skinned. What you see is what you get. This is not waterproof. It's just an inner bag which you can take out when you get to your campsite or your motel. So if you go down with either of these and you put a hole in it, it's going to leak. So my advice for these would be to buy some inners and have them anyways. Even if you don't use them, if you do happen to go down, you could use them after. And like I say, you can buy these in camping stores. They don't have to be the right brand, but you know, if you get like a 30-litre one or 25 or whatever, or several smaller ones, you know, this is the way to go. Now, as regards price, I think I paid about $275 for these about 6-7 years ago. You can buy these now for about $215. So that's a pretty good deal. The moose racing, I bought these out of curiosity because last year they were very, very cheap. I think they were $120, $130. I was considering getting those, but I thought, well, if I get these for that price and they work, it'll be fantastic. But I got them for that cheap price, and this is from an online big name retailer in Canada here. I got them and I thought, you know, they're okay for $120, but they're not really up to what I want them to do. I'm going to use them pretty hard, and I don't like the method of attachment. So too many compromises for me, and I haven't used them. I haven't used them because I don't think they would work for me, but they might work for you. So my attitude is, you know, if you're just starting out motorcycle camping or motorcycle traveling and you don't want to spend, say, the Kriega price, you don't have to. You can buy one of these. Well, I should say that these were a low price last year, but they're over $200 now, so they're only $10 less than those. So for me, it's a no contest. If I got $200 to spend, I'd spend it on that. I wouldn't spend it on these. Should they come down to $100 or close to, then yeah, there'd be a good choice for that. But in the meantime, I think those have got them beat. The main drawback to these for me was the fiddly attachment methods. It's very fiddly, and it takes quite a while to get the bags on and off. And with these two, I can have the bags off in 5 seconds. It's no big deal. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, apart from that though, these, you know, a 30-litre, they do make a damn good dry bag. So if you want to do this, if you just want to stick them on your bike like that and use them as a dry bag, they're ideal. And you know, for the original price, which is around $120, $130, you've got yourself a $60 dry bag. Well, you've got two $60 dry bags, which is damn good, in my opinion. So if you want a bigger bag that you can put a tent in, something like that, you can put it, say you put your tent in and say your cooking gear and stuff in, yeah, you can do that. But and I think that's a bloody good use for them. So so it wasn't money wasted. It was money to find out. But I'm passing on the knowledge to you, so you can make your own minds up in case you're wondering. So that would work good there. So all is not lost. These will have a use, but having slagged off the moose bags, there's this, which is a moose duffel bag, waterproof duffel. I love these things. Now this is a 40 litre one, and I think it's absolutely excellent. When I bought this, it was under $100. It was about, oh, I don't know, $88 or something like that. They do a 25, a 40 and a 60. I think the 40 is ideal. It just fits on the bike without overwhelming the bike. A friend of mine has got a 60, and it is rather large, but then his bike is larger than mine. The 40 fits nice like that. If you had a 60, you'd probably want to put it that way. But anyways, so these are absolutely excellent. And the reason they're good is, well, you can strap them down by the straps that come with it. You don't need rock straps to go over, and if you strap them down by these, then you can open them and have a look inside and take stuff out. So you've just got the two top ones and you've got the two side ones like that. And then if you notice something about the top, and I think this is important, is it's not straight, it's wasted or it's tapered, and that helps you fold it down neatly, and so you don't get ingress of water on the side. So I think that's important. This isn't by any means full, it's just got some stuff in it just to pack it out. It has a waterproof pocket too, so if that's important to you, you've got one of those. So I recommend this. I've used them quite a bit, and I think they're going to last a fair old while. So if you've got room for it, or you don't like a hard top case, there's the moose for you. So there we have it. Cheap, a little more money yet. That one, sorry, and the Rolls Royce, if you like. Now, if I was doing it again, which would I choose? If I wanted to kit up another bike or give my advice to somebody, what would I suggest? You're going to do any serious traveling? One of these two. If you're just sort of 1 or 2 weeks a year, either of those would do. That, I think, would be better. Rigg also do another one. It's a grey one. I don't know what it's called, but it's more like these, which is quite a bit more money too. I haven't seen those, so I can't comment. But if I was to, I could take either of these around the world without a qualm, no qualms whatsoever. They both do an excellent job. That one is guaranteed, the outer is guaranteed waterproof, and I've no reason to doubt it. None of these has let water in. The outer is not guaranteed waterproof, but I treated it with tent waterproofer, and I've had it in some pretty horrendous rainstorms for days on end, and it hasn't let any water in. And not that would matter, because it's got a waterproof inner bag, but I treated it with nothing fancy, just your usual tent waterproofer, which you find at the big stores, and it worked a treat. So there we go. If I was going to buy them again, I'd buy these. They are half the price of the Kriegers, and they're 95% of the bag. Nothing wrong with the Kriegers. If you want to go that route, that is absolutely fine. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Likewise, I think the Tusk is excellent value for money. So there we go. That is my thoughts on soft luggage for travelling, for serious travelling long distances. Your mileage might vary. You may like hard luggage. You may say that all you need is a razor knife, a Stanley knife to get in these, which is true. But then again, if you want to get into hard panniers and they're padlocked, all you need is a cordless grinder or a set of bolt croppers, which I'm sure that a thief would have anyways. So there we go. So until next time, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from the ever patient Sasha the Guzzy dog. What are you doing today, Sasha? Catching wasps? Say goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway, so until next time, take care of yourselves, look after one another. Rubber side down, shiny side up. Adios amigos.